Hello children, I am Vaishali madam. Welcome to your English class. So we'll proceed with our next lesson, Unit 4, what time it is. So coming on page number 28, Unit 4, what time it is. So let us begin with the lesson. First, there is an activity given. Observe the following pictures, describe each clock or watch. So first picture is of the wall clock. The second is a pendulum clock, and third is the wristwatch. So you must have seen at least two of them, right? Now let us look in detail. First is wall clock, that most of us have at our place, right? Without which we cannot reach on time, we cannot be on time for our things. Then the second is pendulum clock. So the portion that is moving that you can see is the pendulum of the clock, which keeps on moving. And the third one is the wristwatch. This we wear on our wrist, right? And this is individuals, right? There are many types of wristwatches available, and now is the time for the digital wristwatch. So now there are few questions. Discuss the following questions with your teacher and friend. How many hands does a watch usually have? Name them. Do you know how many hands a watch has? See, we can see there are around, yes, 3 hands. The one is, yes, the minute hand, the seconds hand, and the hour hand, right? So this you must have studied in maths, right? Then coming to the next one, what kind of clocks and watches do you have at your home? So just check how many clocks are there in your home, how many watches are there. Maybe everyone must be having at least one watch, right? Then so just try to answer that. Then the third question is, do you have a wall clock in your classroom? So just recall your last year's classroom and try to answer. Did you had a wall clock in your classroom last year? Now let us move to page number 29, activity 2. Read this story. Nice story of Rip Van Winkle. So now let us understand the story. It is the story of Rip Van Winkle, who was a lazy man, and most of the time he would get scolding from his family for being lazy. And he used to go for hunting of rabbits and squirrel with his dog and wolf, and he would go around and hunt small animals. Now one day what happened, when in the village, Rip was famous being a lazy person, but then also he was a very kind-hearted person. So now what happened, one day when he was resting after hunting, he saw there was an old man who was having a big barrel, and when Rip saw it, he proposed him for help. So the old man became very happy. Yes, there is somebody who is kind-hearted and who is going to help him. So Rip carried the big barrel and helped the old man. So when they reached the destination, the old man offered him a drink that was in the barrel. That was some pink water. So Rip drank that water, and after drinking that water, he fell asleep, and it took him 20 long years to wake up. Can you just imagine? When he woke up, it was around 20 years past. So he slept for 20 long years. It's not hours, it's years. Like somebody would become an adult. And when he saw his gun was rusted, his clothes were torn, he was not able to find his dog who was with him. So he was also wondering what happened. And he started walking towards his village. And when he reached the village, he saw many people, but they were unfamiliar faces. They were not known faces to him. On his way back to his house, he saw some unknown dogs who were barking at him because he fought those dogs, right? And then he saw that the village is also completely changed. There are new houses. And when he reached his house, he saw a dog at his house, and he looked similar to his own dog, but he did not rush and come to him, because if it is your pet dog, he would always rush and come back to you. And there a group of people gathered to watch this stranger. Who is this old man? They all started whispering, and then he said that I'm Rip. He gave his introduction, but nobody would recognize him. Then from that crowd, a young lady said, Rip Van Winkle was my father who left us 20 years back. And then he recognized that yes, this must be my daughter. When I left 20 years back, she was a little child, and now she's grown into a young lady, and she also has a child. So he cried, I'm your father. And he was very joyful. He was full with joy. And there was at least somebody who had recognized him. And it was a long span of 20 years that he had slept. So I hope you have understood the story and enjoyed also. Then after the story, it is followed with an exercise. Fill in the details. Name of the character and what he or she did. So just again read the story, try to understand and write any 3 characters out of them and what he or she has done. And then B exercises. Imagine you are Rip Van Winkle. Tell your story to the class. So you have to imagine that you are Rick himself and you have to share the story. Then, so coming to activity 3, read and enjoy. There is a nice poem given. Clock tick, clock tick. Clock tick, clock tick. It's 6:30 in the morning. Have to brush my teeth. Have to go through bath. Have to get ready for the school. So the child is having a morning school, and so it's time for her to get ready for the school. Now coming to the next. Clock tick, it's 7 in the morning. Have to go to kitchen. Have to eat my breakfast. Then have the food full me everywhere. So it's time for the child to get the breakfast at morning 7. Then the next is clock tick, it's 4 in the afternoon. Have to do my homework. Have to go to play in the garden. Have me to relax after the whole day's hard work. So at 4 the child goes to play in the garden, also completes the homework and have some time to relax. Then clock tick, it's 9 in the evening. Have to settle my bed like a serf. Have the burden of the day off. Have me win my good night's sleep. So now the child demands that after doing so much of work throughout the day, I need a good night sleep. Now coming to the next activity, activity 4. Ask the following questions to your friend sitting next to you and share the information with your teacher in writing. What are the 3 activities that you do in the morning? What are the 3 activities that you do in the afternoon? What are the 3 activities that you do in the evening? And when do you go to sleep? So this all answers you are going to answer on your own because you don't have a partner as of now. So just try to answer the questions on your own. Activity 5 says draw arms. Fill in the blanks given below the clock. So the time is given 1:45, 4:15, 10 past 10, 3:20, 5 past 10, 5:25. So here is the clock given. You're going to draw the time and mention the time given over here. Then coming to the next page. Here activity 6 says work in pair. Draw clock according to the time given. The time are given and you are going to draw the clock and mention the time as given over here. So when it is to work in pair, you can take help of either of your parents, okay, and complete this activity. Then coming to the next page, activity 7. Guess what time it is now. Be a tower showing time. Stand in front of the class and show the time with the help of your hands. Let them guess what time it is now. So this is an activity which we need to do in the class. Coming to activity 8. Read the sentences given below. Read them aloud following your teacher. I have an English class at 11 a.m. So that is the time at. I go to bed at 10:30 p.m. Again, when we say the time, we use at. My father comes home at lunchtime. In India, usually it rains in June. So when we are talking about specific time, it is at. When we are talking about month, it is in. Do you think we will go to the moon in the future? There should be a lot of progress in the next century. So when we are talking about month, next day, next year, we use in. Do you play cricket on Sunday? Her birthday is on 7th December. Where will you go? Where will you be on New Year Day? So when we are talking about a day, we will use on. So these sentences are very important for you to remember how to use the prepositions correctly. So again on the next page, there is exercise B. Now make another 10 sentences using in, at or on and share it with your teacher. So you're going to make few sentences using the 3 prepositions and write over here. Activity 9 says, do you know what is AM and what is PM? Read the information given below. So you know what is AM and PM? Now let us read the paragraph. The Latin abbreviations AM and PM are acronyms that stand for ante-meridian and post-meridian. Adapted from the conventional 24-hour clock, the 12-hour clock dates back to 1500 BC. Unlike the 24-hour clock, AM and PM designations are used to differentiate between morning and afternoon. So, do you all know the correct use of AM and PM? Yes. So, when you come to school, it is 11:45 AM, right? 12 o'clock in the afternoon, it becomes 12 noon. And then after 12 o'clock, it becomes 1 PM, 2 PM till the midnight 12, right? And after midnight 12, when it is 1 o'clock at the midnight, it becomes 1 AM. Now coming to the next passage. Ante-meridian means before midday and post-meridian means after midday. In Latin, ante means before and post means after. Meridian comes from the Latin word meridies, which means noon or midday. So this is a very nice information. Then coming to the next activity 10. Take turns and ask about the time in different countries around the world according to the example given below. Also try to find out difference of hours between two countries. So if you have your relatives who are staying in some other countries, you can ask them the time, right? So when it is morning 9 o'clock at our place, what is the time at their place? And similarly you can prepare a table. And here it is written that the blue colored countries use half-hour deviations from the standard time zone. So you know the time is standardized for everyone. Yes, because otherwise it will be very difficult. Like the map is standardized, even the time is standardized. So as of now, we are done with the lesson explanation. I will get back to you with the written exercises. And from this lesson, you are supposed to learn the importance of time, how time is important and why it is important. And as you know, as we always keep on telling you to complete your work on time. Yes, so it will create the habit in you to be on time, to work on time, right? I hope you are clear with the lesson and I'll get back to you with the written exercise very soon. Thank you, children.